What's up, guys? Welcome back to H2 TV. Nice evening for a dip in the pool before we purchase the new vehicle that came out earlier today, which a lot of you guys are excited for, and I am super excited for as well. It is the new Ubermacht Sentinel Classic, which is based on the first generation BMW M6. So really hoping this guy can drift, as we had a huge letdown with the Sentinel Classic, which was the last classic BMW that Rockstar released. So fingers crossed, we will be purchasing the vehicle, seeing what it has for customization, taking it for a test drive, and seeing if it can drift. Alright, let's pull up the website and get straight to it. Alright, vehicle has been delivered, and we have a few other Ubermacht vehicles in the garage. I brought in the Zion, or the M5 convertible. You know, we've got to have the Sentinel. I brought my convertible in here with the chrome BBS rims. This is based on the M3. And of course we have the Sentinel Classic based on the late 80s M3. And I really love how Rockstar styled this vehicle. I really love the design of it, but man, I was devastated when I found out that it could not drift. So really hoping it's the opposite for this new guy, for the new Zion Classic. And again, Rockstar has nailed the look and the design on this one. So we've got the trim on the bumper, taillights look great, got the exhaust on the left, and the windows on the side, the rear windows are very unique on the first generation M6. And Rockstar nailed that on the Zion Classic. So awesome. Looks like we've got some chrome styling on the mirrors here as well. So very 80s. I am digging it. Let's take her over to the mod shop and see what she's got for customization.
What can the best mechanic in LS do for you?
Alright, let's see what we can do to the good old M6. Gonna leave the armor off, going for a drift build, hoping this thing can pull off some drifts. Throw on the race brakes, and straight to bumpers, front bumper. So we've got stock, and we can paint the, get rid of that black trim that goes around the side there. So primary painted, can do a street bumper, which gets rid of the license plate and the fog lights. Can do painted as well, get rid of that side trim. Oh yes, and this I think is a first, where the license plate is on the side, tuner style. That is awesome. And we can get the painted tuner front bumper as well. Ooh, and drift bumper. Is this a sign? This is a good sign, guys, if it has a bumper called a drift bumper. Well, let's hope that is a premonition of what is to come once we get out on the roads. And this one is cool too. It's got the mesh on the bottom, the cutouts. But I really like that license plate on the side, so I'm going to go for painted tuner. Alright, rear bumpers, we've got stock. We can do painted stock, get rid of that side trim. Tuner, whoa. Okay, so tuner has a cutout for a second exhaust, so I'm guessing we'll have a dual exhaust option. I do like that, how it extends it lower, more like a ground kit. Ground effects kit. So I will do the painted tuner. Yes, let's do it. Alright, chassis. We've got stock. We've got a street cage. which is a roll cage with racing seats. So you lose the stock seats, you get the carbon racing seats with the red seat belts. Can do the sports cage, which adds even more to the roll cage, goes with the green seat belts. And the racing cage, which is the padded roll bar, and goes to the red seat belts on racing seats. And for this guy, I'm going to keep it clean. This is a classic 80s car, so let's keep it clean on this build. Engine, yes. Level 4. Alright, let's see what they got for exhaust. So we've got the stock, and there's the dual. Boom, nice. And we've got going from dual to chrome tipped. Gives it some more shine. Titanium, more of a tuner style. Carbon tipped. And aluminum. Let's compare aluminum to chrome. The chrome is almost kind of looking a little bit white, really bright, so I'm going to throw on some aluminum tipped exhaust. Alright, moving on to fenders, we've got stock, secondary, or carbon arches, and we'll leave that stock for now. Headlights, okay, we've got stock. Look at this, you've got the old school wipers for the headlights, like on the old school 80s rally cars. That is really cool. I think this is a first as well. First I've seen these headlight wipers, and the first I've seen the front license plate on the side like that. Really cool. I am impressed. And we've got the rally tape to prevent the glass from flying all over the track if the headlights break. So, cool. We will keep it stock, but those wipers are tempting. That is an awesome detail that they added on there. Okay, hood. We've got stock, carbon, shark nose, which changes the lining on the hood. Get it in carbon as well. Can get a intake scoop. I do like that. Comes in carbon as well. Oh my gosh, get out of here, Rockstar. Are you serious? That is ridiculous. Well, if anybody wants to do a V8 swap with the triple intake on the BMW M6, there you go. It is optional. It is an option. Can do the carbon hood with that, or the exposed hood. Everything showing. That is insane. So I did like the intake scoop. But it does get rid of the vents on the back of the hood, which is so classic 80s and 90s cars. It reminds me of that era. So I will leave it stock. I really like those vents. Alright, headlights. And we've got the stock or the xenon. I'll leave them on stock for now. I might change them at the arena workshop to a pure white. Definitely not the xenons, but I do like the yellow as well for these classic cars. So we'll leave that on for now. Alright, liveries. So we've got stock as is. Premier electronics. Very simple. That is cool. Sometimes simpler is better. So just the Premier on the side. Redwood Racing. Good old Redwood vintage racing livery for the BMW. I like that blue strip too. BMW has had a lot of liveries for their race cars with that shade, that color of that blue. And we've got Baracho beer. Ubermacht. Ooh, man, I like that. BMW has a livery like this as well. Like in Forza racing games, they have those stripes, but if only it was red and blue and white, not the yellow and orange, that would be tempting. Got the Ubermacht decal on the side. Very cool. I do like this one a lot. And Estancia cigars. Nice, with the Rolex crown on the trunk. Bit on the luxurious side. Got the Mind-Mocked decal, which I believe is the brand of the aftermarket parts for the BMWs in the game. Got waifu wheels, and look at that, we've got a princess bubblegum pillow or something. Kid seat, child seat. If anybody knows, let us know in the comments. It looks like it's a body pillow or some kind of a towel or something, but that is awesome. That is a cool detail. Never seen that before. And this livery is very well done. Got the Chapal tires, good old Chapal. And the douche rally. Nice. I knew they would throw a rally livery in here. Pisswasser beer. Very cool. And the good old Rust livery, if you want to turn it into a junker or a sleeper. Cool. I will leave mine clean as is for this build. Mirrors. Okay, so we've got the chrome on the mirrors as stock. Can do primary, secondary, or carbon. And I will go primary. Make it like the Sentinel Classic. Match it up. Alright, plate. I do like putting classic blue plates on these classic cars. And we are hoping this is going to get sideways. So let's put the sideways plate on. Hope for some drifting action very shortly here. Respray. Okay, let's see what the secondary color changes. Okay, so that side trim. So you see how it turned white. See how far around it goes. Looks like it's just on the sides. Yep, just on the sides. So I will go black. And for primary color, let me show you guys what this looks like in black. That is awesome. That is very tempting. Good old black for the M6. Here is silver, another classic color. And let's check out a classic blue. Here is a Saxon blue. That is very 80s as well. And this is one of those cars, guys, that's going to look in a lot of colors, which is always good. I just noticed the trim, the window trim is chrome. That is really cool, really 80s. So for me, I am going to go with a Torino red for now. Just because you can't go wrong with the classic red for this car. You've seen them everywhere in pictures on the internet, so keep it on the classic Torino red for now. Alright, roof. We've got, ooh, look at that, a little antenna. That is awesome. I remember a lot of cars where it used to go up and retract back down again. Can do the luggage. Can do a roof spoiler. Let's look at that luggage again. That is always cool. Okay, you can do a secondary spoiler. Or window louvers. Nice! Always love window louvers, but I think this might be the first car I'm going to leave them off, and I'll tell you why. Is because the rear side windows, I love them so much. I really want to keep it a little bit simple on all the glass on this car. And you can see, when you look at it from the side, see those lines on the rear windshield? Those are the classic heat strips to defog your car if it's cold weather. If the rear windshield gets all fogged up, turn on those heat strips. So, nice detail. Rockstar has covered it all once again. Great job. Alright, skirts. So we've got stock, painted. Here's the extended, which gets rid of that black strip on the bottom, which I do think looks better. And extended secondary, carbon. We've got performance. Can get that in secondary or carbon as well. And look at this, guys, drift skirts. Ooh, I like that. Look how it adds to the arches, the fender arches. More of a body kit style. Adds to the line. So definitely going to go with the drift skirts. Can get them in secondary or carbon as well, but we will keep it primary. And let's hope that since they have drift skirts and drift bumpers, that this car is a drift car. Spoiler, we'll be leaving that off for this drift build, but let's see what we've got with the primary ducktail. Can get it in secondary as well, or carbon. Trunk luggage, look at that, a luggage rack. That is awesome. People used to actually use those once in a while back in the days. Okay, primary street spoiler. Can get it in secondary as well. And I do love these spoilers. That's very BMW styling. If we weren't going for a drift car, I would throw those on for sure. And performance spoiler, can get that in primary or secondary. Alright, nice. Pretty good customization options for this guy. Alright, you guys ready to drop this thing? Oh man, this is going to be good. 3, 2, 1. Boom! Nice, that is flush. Tires are tucked. Excellent. Transmission? Yes. Turbos. I'll take that too. And for wheels, we're going to throw some chrome BBS rims on here, straight 80s. So we're going to go to the tuner section, chrome rims. And we've got a few options. We've got the Cosmo, the Super Mesh, the Outsider, or the Rollas. And I believe that is all of them. We're going to go with the Outsider for this guy. Nice. I am digging it. I am feeling this car, guys. I am really feeling this car. Throw some black smoke on. And windows. Not on this guy. We are going to leave it as is for the classic BMW. So that is it, right? 26 out of 26 options. So let's take her outside and check her out in some more detail.
Bring her back.
And here she is in her classic glory. Finished product, got the license plates on the side. Really loving that. Those side rear glass windows, the chrome trim, the dual exhaust we threw on, and of course the BBS rims. And check this out from the side profile. Excellent job on putting those lines in as BMW did on the M6 back then. BMW and European sports car companies did a great job of designing with the lines, the shapes, to really pave the future for advancements in cars. So before we do anything, let's do some donuts, see how it does that. And you can never tell too much from donuts. One thing that worries me a little bit already is it's not really getting at too much of an angle. Not as much of an angle as I was hoping for on the donuts. But that does not tell us the full story, so let's see what details we get, what opens up, and then we will really test her out for the drifting. Nice, everything opens up, so we've got the humongous trunk, plenty of trunk space, always back in the 80s and 90s. Got the doors that open up, and the motor is very basic. just a chrome valve cover. So compared to the previous vehicles, not much going on in there. But check out this hood, man. That is awesome. It opens from the front like the BMWs, a lot of them used to do back then. And I actually owned a 1982 RX-7, Mazda RX-7, which the hood opened from the front as well. So really cool detail. Rockstar really pays attention to all these details. So awesome. Going into the interior, I like that handbrake a lot. That's cool. We've got the aluminum pedals, and I like the seats a lot. You've got the gray and then the black two-tone with that red and yellow print. Nice. So, the moment we've all been waiting for. Please, 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 Rockstar, let this be a good drift car. So many of us wanted the Sentinel Classic to be a good drift car. I know I would have loved tearing up the streets in that, but it just could not drift. Okay, the speed boost is working. That is good. But it is not working well, the timing of it. You really have to be at a high RPM. And this is not looking good, guys. Yeah, this is really not looking good. Oh man, this is devastating. This is devastating. Yeah, we've got no sideways action, no power, no angle. So we have another classic BMW that cannot drift. Well, let's see how it does with handling. Let's take it through some corners. I believe this is a sports classic. Yeah, that's sports classic category. And handling is not great. I would say below average for sure for the sports classics category. Let's see the top speed. Do a top speed run. Car looks great though. And top speed is around average, maybe a little bit below average. And the last thing we can do as a last ditch of desperation is we can try and stance this. But I can tell you guys it's not going to make a difference. It's really not. You know, stancing doesn't do miracles. Subtle improvements. But for the sake of the video, let's try everything that we can. Look at that. The tire actually glitches through a tiny part of the fenders. That is crazy. But man, that looks sick. That is slammed. That is slammed to the max. So, again, this is not going to really change much, but just for the purpose of the video. So for these figure eights, compared to all the other drift cars we have, it is drifting a little bit better when stance. You can force it to do low speed drifting. So if you guys want to do donuts and figure eights in first gear, it's not that good at doing it, but you know, you can force it to do some donuts and figure eights. but it doesn't get that sideways. It doesn't have the smoothness, the fluidity, as so many other drift cars do. And let's take it back out to see what happens when we go for our high-speed drifting. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Make one more pass. Yep, that is very sad. So, it is not a drift car, guys. Not at all. The only thing you'll be able to get out of it is some first gear donuts and figure eights. So, you can't win them all, right? We really killed it with the Hellfire and the Nebula Turbo back-to-back, you know, amazing drift cars. So, this is still a great-looking classic. It's not the best performing car, not the best handling car. So, should you buy this vehicle? I would say the only reason you should is if you love the looks, if you love classic BMWs or European sports cars, or if you have a Ubermacht collection, if you have the Zion, the Sentinel Classic, and if you want to throw this in your garage and take out a classic once in a while. Not a car I'll be driving too often, but I still love the way it looks. I am a huge BMW fan and a huge European sports car fan. Audi, Mercedes, BMWs, all the supercar companies, I can't get enough of them. So, I'll probably keep this car, but will I be driving it too often? Not too often, no. Will I be drifting it? Not at all. Not when you compare it to what else we have in the game. So, that will do it for this video. Now we know, and knowing is half the battle. Hopefully we get some better luck next week. I believe we're getting the Jaguar from Legendary Motorsports next week, so hopefully that one's rear-wheel drive and it can pull off some better drifts. I will see you guys in the next video, and until then, stay cool and stay sideways. H2 signing out for now.